100 social media influencers have attended the United States' first ever Creator Economy Conference.
The event was hosted by the Office of Digital Strategy at the White House. Participants came from a range of media platforms and professions. They sat down with President Joe Biden and his officials to discuss issues such as pay equity, artificial intelligence, and mental health.
It's part of the administration's efforts to encourage digital creators to better inform policy. Our Washington correspondent Benjy Hire has been following the meeting.
This was designed to be a mutually beneficial exercise. The American government wants creators on board to help with messaging on key issues, to offer their expertise and insight. And equally, creators, those who post content online for a living, want lawmakers to be able to have a grasp of how this growing industry actually works, so they can best tackle, say, regulation with the knowledge required to make the right decisions.
I legit just got invited to the White House because they are doing the first ever...
Among those invited to the White House on Wednesday, Upton Saidi, who makes videos on tech, money and culture for his 1 million TikTok followers.
When you think about some of the hearings that we've seen on Capitol Hill where tech CEOs come and our representatives are grilling them, it's quite apparent that some representatives don't actually know how, let's say, Facebook works. And I think as a creator, it's quite concerning to me. And so to see the White House doing this initiative is very exciting because we're about to go into artificial intelligence and deep fakes. And I think it's going to be very important for the government at a federal level to really understand technology on a deep level.
But looming over closer cooperation are tensions over TikTok, an application used by well over 150 million Americans. Joe Biden earlier this year approved a law that could see it banned over bipartisan national security concerns about data privacy and the app's ties to China. That's despite President Biden, his Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump all relying heavily on the platform during this election cycle.
If you look at what's happening just in the past couple of weeks with both campaigns running for a U.S. president, you're seeing a huge lean into TikTok and an understanding of how important TikTok is. And I think that's going to be really hard to ignore in the coming months. Again, even though administration is different, has to stay apart from its campaigns, I think it's going to be really hard to ignore when you think about, 1 in 3 20-somethings here in the United States are getting their news from TikTok as their primary source.
Frankly, the significance of social media, all the benefits and challenges that it brings, is not going away anytime soon. This is just the start of dialogue between creators and government as both sides seek to connect those two worlds that are becoming more entwined than ever before. Benjy Hire, CNA, Washington.